Tonight, what's on display at the Johnson Center?
Plus, Trojans celebrate Paddy's Day. Stay tuned, Troy. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for March 18, 2013. I'm Rachel Scarborough.
And I'm Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. Art lovers of Troy have some new artwork to enjoy as the Pike County Cultural Arts Center is currently displaying works that show the beauty of the South. The Johnson Center for the Arts has opened a new exhibit entitled Legacy, which features artwork composed of Southern landscapes.
The Legacy exhibit is a combination of 3 artists who have each depicted scenes from nature in the Southeast landscape.
The exhibit features works from 3 artists native to Alabama:
Allison Comstock, Cynthia Farnell, and Chuck Kimard, and they have all 3 worked together to create this exhibit. They're all 3 Southeastern landscape artists and enjoy capturing scenes from nature.
The director of the Johnson Center says the Legacy exhibit is unique to Troy and is impressed with the content of the art.
We're really excited to have this exhibit here. We were approached by each of the artists who wanted to travel this Legacy exhibition, and we really think that the artists did a great job of using different mediums and fitting in with the theme of Southern landscape, photography, mixed media, and some painting as well.
Drinkard encourages all Pike County residents to view the Legacy exhibit and says she thinks the audience will enjoy the pieces.
I think that when visitors come to this exhibit that they're surprised by the beauty that's captured in each of these pieces. Within the photography of different flowers and of dogwood trees, and then the mixed media using sand and other natural items that are found that are composed to be such beautiful pieces.
The Legacy exhibit will run until March 28th. The Johnson Center will hold an artist reception on Sunday, March 24th from 2 to 4 p.m.
The official student host of Troy University are the Trojan Ambassadors, and Troy students have the chance to become a part of next year's group of ambassadors. There will be an interest meeting tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 in the Trojan Center Room 119. The meeting is for any student who feels they fit the qualifications to become a Trojan Ambassador.
We really would like the Trojan Ambassadors to be someone that they love Troy, they love representing this great university. They're excited about telling prospective students about what to expect, different activities and events that we have here on campus. They also give tours and basically serve as the hosts and hostesses for the university.
The Trojan Ambassador Interest Meeting is tomorrow at 3:30 in Trojan Center Room 119. Applications for Trojan Ambassadors will be available starting Wednesday. And well, Bailey, yesterday may have been St. Patrick's Day, but that doesn't mean the Irish spirit isn't floating around still.
That's right, Rachel. And this afternoon, local cooks tried to see who could put the most Irish spirit into their culinary creations. Deatra Montgomery has the details.
On Monday, one area in the Trojan Center was filled with the Irish spirit in light of St. Patrick's Day. Troy's faculty and staff were able to compete in a friendly competition, putting to test their cooking skills. This is an annual event held to highlight a part of Miss Janice Hawkins' life.
This event was started, I would have to say, about 9 years ago, and it was actually a tribute to Mrs. Hawkins because she is of Irish descent.
The event was filled with a variety of dishes, from appetizers, main course dishes, to desserts. But all of the food that was entered into the competition had to meet the qualifications.
This is a fun event, so if you'll incorporate green or Irish, we accept either.
And with every competition, there will be prizes for the winning dishes.
2 tickets to the Troy-Auburn baseball game. Then we have 2 $25 gift certificates to Barnes & Noble. We have a Troy University cake plate. And then we also have Troy University cutting boards as well as some Irish themed gifts.
One of the judges of the Irish Cook-Off expresses what this event means to him personally and as a student.
I've grown up with a lot of Irish heritage in my own family, so it's always nice to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I think for us being Alabama's international university, I think it's great to use this day to not only celebrate Troy University's Irish heritage, but celebrate that of the campus as a whole.
Due to the time conflict of spring break, only faculty and staff participated in this year's event. However, Morlock said she hopes next year's Irish Cook-Off will host more of the student body's dishes.
We would like to encourage students to participate because it is such a fun event.
Deatra Montgomery for TrojanVision News.
The overall winner of today's contest was Stephen Murlock with his leprechaun cake.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, in Decatur, the City Council has approved a development proposal that is expected to bring about 4,000 new jobs to the area. WAFF-TV reports the council voted 4-1 today to approve a $40 million Sweetwater development poised to bring retail and restaurants to the area.
And in Birmingham, strong storms are expected across much of Alabama, bringing the potential for hail and high winds as a cold front passes through the state. The National Weather Service warns that the strongest storms will be capable of producing wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and hail the size of quarters.
And in Orange Beach, officials are pushing for a city law to restrict stores from displaying T-shirts and other merchandise that contains obscene messages. Mayor Tony Kennan started pushing for the law following a recent trip to an Orange Beach souvenir shop. City officials say the ordinance would not stop the sale of such items, just restrict their open display.
And still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, it was a historic day at Riddle Pace Field Sunday. Danielle Percival will be in with the details coming up next in sports.
Plus, the Republican Party is proposing a reboot to broaden its appeal to voters. We'll have more after the break.
With how the Republican Party plans to change course coming up.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live united for education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
I would tell anybody, if you're getting your master's, I would start with Troy first.
It's easy. You can take classes online, you take them on ground.
Because being a full-time mom, full-time dad, and working full-time with Troy, it was just perfect. It worked for us.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education with the flexibility you need. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
We both earned our master's in public administration, and I choose Troy.
We choose Troy.
That's right. We choose Troy.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Rachel Scarborough at the Global News Desk. Rachel.
Thanks, Bailey. The Republican Party is working on a makeover to broaden its appeal to women, minorities, and young voters. The GOP conducted a lengthy self-assessment and came back with more than 200 recommendations to win back voters. Tara Merchant reports from Washington.
The GOP has spent the last several months digging into what went wrong in 2012 and now has a 100-page blueprint for trying to fix it.
Focus groups described our party as narrow-minded, out of touch.
Pointing to Mitt Romney's poor showing with women and minority voters, Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus says the GOP will make an all-out effort to reach out to those groups. But not everyone in the Republican Party is embracing the approach.
I am not a person who is all about outreach. I think that the Republican message stands alone.
The GOP plans to take a page from President Obama's campaign playbook and open up offices in Black, Asian, and Hispanic neighborhoods and keep them open year-round.
We can't show up 4 months before a campaign and expect to have genuine, real relationships.
White House spokesman Jay Carney applauded the effort, but argued the GOP problem is bigger than outreach.
The best way to increase support with the public for your party is to embrace policies the public supports.
Republicans insist their principles are sound, and to avoid some of the division that has hurt the party, they plan to cut the number of presidential primary debates in half and hold their national convention earlier. Tara Mergener for CBS News, Washington.
Pope Francis will be officially installed as head of the Roman Catholic Church tomorrow. Randall Pinkston has the latest details from Vatican City, where the Pope had lunch today with a familiar face.
Pope Francis met with the president of his home country, Argentina, today. In the past, the two have clashed over everything from same-sex marriage to allowing those couples to adopt. But today they exchanged smiles and gifts. She gave the Pope a South American tea set. He gave her a kiss on the cheek.
It was cordial. I think this would have been an opportunity maybe to start off the relationship on a new footing.
Pope Francis's diplomatic skills will be put to the test again tomorrow when he meets with other world leaders following his inaugural Mass. Hundreds of thousands of people, including heads of state, dignitaries, and religious leaders, will be gathering in St. Peter's Square to see Pope Francis officially installed as leader of the world's 1.2 billion Catholics.
The Vatican says the 2-hour inaugural Mass for Pope Francis will be a simplified version of the 2005 Mass for Pope Benedict XVI.
The gold-plated ring that will be given to Francis is a replica of the one designed for Pope Paul VI. Security teams are out in force, and the Vatican says they will be ready in case Francis decides to mingle with the crowd, as he did Sunday.
They may try privately to persuade him not perhaps to do that, but if that's what he decides he's going to do, they will support him. They'll try to find ways to protect him.
Vice President Joe Biden, America's first Catholic vice president, is leading the U.S. delegation at the Mass. Biden met today with the Prime Minister of Italy. He will get a chance to shake hands with the Pope after tomorrow's Mass. Randall Pinkston, CBS News, Vatican City.
How often women should be screened for breast cancer has been a big debate in recent years. Now a new study is suggesting some older women can safely be screened for breast cancer less often. Marley Hall reports from New York.
Marsha Anderson was 63 when her annual mammogram picked up early breast cancer.
It had not spread to the lymph nodes, so a lumpectomy took care of what needed to be removed.
Now a new study suggests some older women can be screened for breast cancer every 2 years without increasing their chances of developing advanced disease.
Between 50 and 74, having mammograms done every other year did not appear to expose women for the risk of later diagnosis for breast cancer.
Researchers also found mammograms every 2 years in older women could lower their risk of false positive results, which can trigger unnecessary biopsies. The report did show that women in their 40s with extremely dense breasts should consider annual screening to reduce their chances of later stage breast cancers. But the report did not take into account other risk factors.
For women with dense breasts, and especially women with extensive risk in their background, some of these analyses really don't apply well.
More than 200,000 new cases of breast cancer will be diagnosed this year. The American Cancer Society says they're not changing their guidelines for screening based on this study.
We're going to continue recommending for now mammography on an annual basis beginning at the age of 40.
I would say do it once a year and be safer.
Marsha says annual screening saved her life. Marley Hall for CBS News, New York.
And that wraps things up from the Global News Desk. To see more stories from across the country and around the world, you can tune into Trojan Vision Global News right after the nightly news. Now back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Rachel. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So Danielle, we just had a week off for spring break. A lot of students got to go to the beach and have some fun, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Trojan Athletics took some time off.
Well, that's right, Bailey. The basketball teams may have ended their season, but for softball and baseball, they're still right in the heart of things. And we've got some big news coming out of the baseball program, which we'll get to right now.
Awesome.
After dropping their first 2 games of conference play, the Trojans were looking to keep South Alabama from sweeping them and to keep the slogan, "Not on Sunday, not in all white," going. And as Justin McNally shows us, it turned out to be a historic day.
Championship Sunday for the Trojans as they tried to end their 3-game losing streak. And thanks to some South Alabama miscues and some big hits by the Trojans, they were able to down the Jaguars 8-7.
Well, another hard-fought game in this series, another well-played game by our team. I thought we played great all weekend. Unfortunately, we didn't win the series at home, what we'd like to, especially when you play really good baseball. But I was really proud of our team, our young men that battled so hard today and came up with some big hits.
Trey Santos, who has been in a slump lately, ended it emphatically as he belted out 2 home runs and drove in 3 RBIs. Tyler Vaughn added an additional 3 hits for the Trojans, and Danny Collins drove in 3 more runs. And the Trojans knew they stepped up when needed.
Well, I've been struggling lately, so it felt good, finally be able to put a hit on the board and stuff like that and get some runs across and start helping my team win again.
I'm just trying to do anything I can to help the team win, and with the guys behind me, a big part of it's just getting on base. So I've got to learn to kind of shorten up and do what I can to be on base for those guys so, our big three can drive me in.
Shane McCain had another good start for the Trojans as he only gave up 2 hits, but both were home runs, leading to 5 Jaguar runs. Thomas Austin came on in the 6th and picked up the victory. And it was a historic win for Coach Pierce as he picked up win number 900.
Well, I tell you, when it means I've been coaching a long time. But, whenever you hit a milestone for me, it's kind of a reflection time, a time of appreciation for all the players that I've coached.
Justin McNelly, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans are 1-2 in conference play and will be on the road at Jacksonville State Tuesday night. The Gamecocks and Trojans will meet on the diamond with first pitch at 6:30. And the softball team was in Sunbelt action this weekend as well, taking on North Texas, wrapping up a week-long trip to Texas. The Trojans had lost 6 straight before winning their first game against the Mean Green, but dropped the final 2 of the series. On Sunday, the Trojans lost 10-2 as the Mean Green hit 2 home runs and scattered 9 hits in 5 innings in the series finale. The starting pitcher for North Texas kept the Trojans out of the game, striking out 9 batters and allowing only 4 hits. One bright spot for the Trojans was a 2-run bomb by Hannah Wren, her 7th homer of the season. And that put the Trojans up by 1, but that was the only lead they would have in the game. The Trojans will be in action at home for the first time in over a month this weekend when they play host to Louisiana Monroe, starting with a doubleheader Saturday at 1. For the second straight competition, the women's rodeo team has brought home the title. The women took the crown at the Boll Weevil Stampede, giving them their 2nd straight team victory and 4th of the season. Lainey Culligan and Keisa Smith both turned in top times in the short go of the goat tying event, giving the Trojans their 240 points, enough to edge out East Mississippi by 10. The team will be back in action this weekend at the East Mississippi Community College Rodeo in Scuba, Mississippi. And it was announced today that Troy University will be the site of the 2013 Sunbelt Conference Volleyball Tournament this fall. The tournament will run November 21st through the 23rd at Trojan Arena. There will also be a banquet preceding the event that will take place on Wednesday the 20th. It will be a single-game elimination 8-team tournament with the winner earning a berth into the NCAA tournament. And over the time that we were gone, a legend in Troy basketball chose to hang it up and call it a career. Don Maestri announced his retirement after the Trojans' final game of the season in the conference tournament, a 68-63 loss to Arkansas State in overtime. Just the night before, Maestri had won his 500th game in his career at Troy with another overtime game, this time against Florida Atlantic. Maestri coached at Troy for 31 seasons and was named Conference Coach of the Year 7 times by 5 different leagues. This season, Maestri was honored by having the court at Trojan Arena named Court Maestri in his honor. Maestri was also inducted into the Troy Sports Hall of Fame last year in the inaugural class. So Rachel Bailey, sad to see such a great coach leaving, but what a wonderful legacy he leaves. And we've got Court Maestri, so he'll always be in the mind of basketball fans as they come to the new Trojan Arena to check out basketball next season.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Coach Maestri for all of his accomplishments, and we wish him the best of luck.
That's right. Enjoy that retirement.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, we'll tell you how you can get involved with the Nick Costas Run.
But first, today we've seen sunshine and overcast skies, but our spring temperatures headed our way. Jamarlo?
Well, man, we have definitely been seeing spring temperatures in our area, but we may be seeing a chance of rain in the next day or so. I have more from them next in weather.
It's easy to gain a little weight without really noticing. The same is true for your pets. Just a couple of extra pounds on them can lead to diabetes, arthritis, and heart disease. Visiting your veterinarian is the best way to help your pets live long, healthy lives. Go to PetFit.com to learn more, because a little extra weight is a big problem.
Time was, kids did what came naturally, spending free time running through the grass, exploring streams. But times have changed. Today's indoor kids spend more than 7 hours in front of electronic media. That's why National Wildlife Federation created the Be Out There movement. Outdoor play improves kids' health, body, mind, and spirit. It helps them stay fit, enhances creativity, and could even make them better students. There's a reason they call it the great outdoors. Learn more at beoutthere.org.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
Now Jamarla Phillips joins us for a look at weather.
So Jamarla, this morning it was sunshiny, then this afternoon clouds came rolling in. Are we expecting any rain this afternoon?
Well, Rachel, we aren't expecting any rain this afternoon, but we definitely are on the lookout for a chance of rain maybe later on tonight and thunderstorms possibly, but I'll get to more of that right now. But first, let's take a look at across Bibb Graves Quad right now. As we can see, the sun has not yet set. Partly cloudy skies, as we can see students walking maybe back and forth from the Trojan Center or from class. But as we take a look at our current temperatures right now, we can see that our skies are partly cloudy. Temperature coming in at 80 degrees. Dew point at 61. Humidity at 52%. Barometer reading 29.81 inches and going steady with our winds coming from the southwest at about 15 miles per hour. Taking a look at today's stats. Today we were able to see a high of 77 degrees, a low of 55. There was no rain in our area for today. Sun rose this morning at 6:49 a.m. and is supposed to set at 6:54 p.m. Taking a look at our temperatures from around the state, we can see that we're experiencing those low 60-degree temperatures down here in Mobile at 69 degrees, partly cloudy skies. But as we move northward up into the Huntsville area, 55 degrees with those possible chance of showers. Taking a look at Birmingham at 61 degrees, Montgomery at 80, Troy 80 degrees as well, Phoenix City 77, and Dothan at 79 degrees. Taking a look at our current temperatures in our area right now, we're still experiencing those low 60-degree temperatures in the northern portion of Alabama, but as we move southward into the Florida area and the southern ports of Alabama, we can definitely see those temperatures will begin to warm up. But as we take a look at our current temperatures across the United States, as we can see, not much of a difference in our area, but as we look at states northward of Alabama and the Louisiana mark, we can see they're experiencing cooler temperatures, maybe those in the low 50s and mid 50 degree mark. Taking a look at our current surface map, we can see that we don't have much going on right here in our area, but as we look at the northern portions of Alabama, we can see that they do have barriers of rain that will be pushing through. And as we go into our precipitation forecast for the next 48 hours, we'll definitely be seeing maybe a quarter of an inch of rain in our area and northern portions of Alabama. Taking a look at our into Tuesday's forecast. Tuesday, we will not see any rain. Going into Wednesday's forecast, some rain will try to creep into our area, maybe a slight chance of showers on Wednesday. Going into Thursday's forecast, that rain will come back into our area, maybe a slight chance of rain on Thursday, so definitely nothing to be worried about. Going into Friday's forecast, that rain will remain in our area, so make sure that you keep a light jacket on hand or even an umbrella if you want to keep from getting wet. Going into our tonight's forecast, cloudy skies, showers and thunderstorms before 2 a.m. Winds coming from the south at about 5 to 15 miles per hour with a low of 55 degrees. Taking a look at tomorrow's forecast. Tomorrow we will be seeing also mostly cloudy skies through mid-morning. It'll definitely warm up as we go on throughout the day, up to 70 degrees to be exact. Winds coming from the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Taking a look into our 4-day forecast. As we take a look at Tuesday. Tuesday we'll see a high of 72 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Wednesday partly cloudy skies as well with a low of 68 degrees. A low of 36 and a high of 68 degrees. As we go into Thursday, cloudy skies, a high of 65 and a low of 54. And as we go into Friday, we'll see a 40% chance of rain with a low of 65 degrees. So, Rachel, Bailey, for the next 48 hours, we definitely need to be on the lookout for a chance of rain that may be coming through our area.
All right, tonight, so I probably need to have that umbrella out just in case.
Right.
And then tomorrow, 70 degrees, but then I saw the temperatures are dropping back down into the 60s.
Right.
So this warm weather is just here for a little while. It's just teasing us.
Right, exactly.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marlon.